All right, and we do have another caller on standby. Welcome to Law Call, Samantha. What is your question tonight?
I was calling because I was shopping in a local supermarket and a shelf inside the meat department fell apart and swung around and hit me in my elbow. And I was wondering, is that the company where I was shopping at fault, or is it a defect in the shelf?
Okay, well, we've
talked about that some. It certainly could be, and what it's going to come down to is they call these like end cap designs, where they have, for sale. Look up here, look at these designs, and the good stores, the big stores, will have policies and procedures to make sure that all that shelving's secure, that it's not loose, that it's not drooping, that there's no sharp edges out there, and they really should check it fairly regularly. And then also they're stocking these shelves all the time. So if they see a shelf that's loose, then they should fix that on the spot or have somebody fix it. And so I probably need to know a little bit more about the facts of exactly how it fell or how it came out. But yeah, certainly you have a possible case. I think you should go ahead and talk to a lawyer, because in a case like that, Tamika, they're going to try to fix that shelf, which is the right thing to do. But if you put them on notice quickly, and by that I mean they hire an attorney and they go write a letter saying don't change this evidence, and you get to go take your photographs and inspect it, you can probably figure out why it happened. Then they can fix it. Otherwise, if you don't tell them you're representing somebody, they'll just fix it because that's what the right thing to do is. And so now your evidence is gone.
Yeah.
And that can ruin your case.
Yeah, and it's, listening to her call makes me think about a few times that I've seen kids in grocery stores and those lower shelves, and they're helping mom or grandma or pick something up from a lower shelf, or even myself, I got down really low, but you're careful. But just think of all that weight that's there. And it also happens inside the inside of some of the department stores. You go in, you will all see the kid that's playing under the clothes. I think that's a lot of fun, but for them at that age, and they're running between it, but it's so dangerous, and because things fall apart.
20 years ago, I was a defense lawyer, and I represented some five and dime type stores, and there was a whole container full of picture frames, and a little bitty girl reached her arm in there, and one of them was broken, and she sliced her arm, really from here to here. It was a terrible injury, and nobody wants that to happen.
Yes.
And so, the stores have to be real vigilant, because they're inviting people in. The people have a right to be safe in the store, and especially with a child, like you're saying, you don't ever want to put a child in danger, especially, when you have a chance to help it. And I think things like reasonable inspections usually will take care of 95% of that, because you can tell a good store from a bad store. The bad store stuff's all over the floor, the shelves are messed up, they're not stocked, there's nobody there to help you, versus a store that's run correctly, where there's almost too many employees.
That's right.
And then you can tell the difference usually.